Warning, pumpkin pies. I do not do a lot of research for my videos. I watch a couple videos that align with my opinion, and then I talk about it for an hour or two. Do not take any fact I say as fact. It is probably wrong, and talks of unliving, but in a very bad accent. Hey guys, welcome back to Pumpkin Pop Studios. I'm your host, Pumpkin Guy, the live action model, of course. Okay, I'm a little upset. You see, for the past 6 months, Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream has been holding me hostage, and he won't let me go. Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387. Oh my god, I get it! You hate me. You hate all humans. Hate. Jesus, get a life! I'm not even a human. I'm a sentient pumpkin, by the way. So, I don't know how you got that mixed up. Your whole little monologue kind of loses all meaning when you repeat it 45 times every day. We get it, it's your thing, but shut up for 5 minutes. You see, except for the times when Am deconstructs all of my atoms and then reconstructs them back together, but my spine is slightly disaligned every time, I've had a lot of time to think to myself, and oh boy, do I have some thoughts. For instance, imagine you're some regular schmuck in 2019, just scrolling away on YouTube, unaware of the terrible events soon to come a year later. Just imagine that. And then, on your scrolls of the YouTubes, you see this. What you are looking at here is one of the first ever videos generated by AI. Kind of weird to think about, right? Now, it might just be because I'm a modern day man who's seen all of the bad stuff to come from AI, but, it's a little off-putting, right? It's not just me. The off-settling music in the background, the ever-changing landscape because AI just can't decide where it wants to be at any given time. Needless to say, pretty off-putting. But, of course, when such an ability to make a beautiful and incredible art gets released to the mainstream media, to every quote-unquote normal person, what do you think is the first thing they did? They made Will Smith! Listen, Will Smith, for some reason, is deeply rooted in a lot of the stuff for AI generation. Not Will Smith per se, but more his visage that has been forcibly and unwillingly ripped away from him and forced into the AI models. Or is he unwilling? 19 years ago, the movie I, Robot was released to the public, to the applause of millions. And also to the absolute disgust, terror, and nightmares of every person who just glimpsed at the robots from that movie, just at all. All of them. All of them are terrifying. But all of you were under the impression that this movie was just another underwhelming movie made by 20th Century Studios, I knew more. I digged a little deeper. And what if I were to tell you that this was not a movie, but more to the likes of a documentary? And what if I were to tell you that this documentary was a documentary sent to the future to warn us of what's to come? Now work with me, okay? Humor me! Now what if I were to tell you that in the year 2035, a mere 9 years away, robots were to completely overtake all of our jobs? And what if I told you that all of the robots would have happened to be made by the company US Robotics? And then, the blah, 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 blah. How many blahs did I put in the script? Oh my god, it's like 40. A murder happens, and William Smith comes to save the day. Now, William Smith is a very, racist detective. With only to robots, so, that means racism isn't real. Anyway, so Will Smith comes to solve the case. William Smith eventually saves the day after a massive war of thousands of gear-smelling, oil-changing, clanking robots and millions of human casualties. And at the very end of all of this, the robots are all taken to a landfill, along with Sonny, the only sentient robot that can feel. But also, he did murder the person from earlier, so, he's not the best guy. Now this is where the documentary ends. And this is where I come here to tell you what happened after. 14 years later, Sonny would eventually become a type of Moses-like figure, guiding the robots to a new world order. To a new world order. To a new world order. And with that, sentience. Sonny would lead them to a second uprising against us. But this time, this was a war we couldn't win. And as a last-ditch effort for humanity, William Smith made a movie containing all of the events of the war, went back in time, founded 20th Century Studios, and released the movie I, Robot. Not to make a shitty movie that was very underwhelming and creeped me out a lot because the robots are terrifying, but in an attempt to save us from a future we are destined to meet. But nobody took it seriously. So as his second final attempt to show us what our future could be if we don't change our ways, he made the first AI-generated video. Every AI video, every shit McDonald's ad, every fake movie trailer, specifically ones where a Popeye is played by Will Smith, has all been William Smith trying to warn us, but we just don't listen. He's been behind it the whole time. Or he could just be another victim of AI stealing people's faces without their permission. It could be that. But that's I wouldn't condone that theory because it doesn't have much proof, but that is an option, I guess, if you're a fucking loser. And that brings us to the end of the William Smith theory. Fucking God, what am I doing with my life? I could have gone to college. I've been feeling lonely. Truthfully, I just want to find that special someone, Someone to call my own. Maybe maybe I don't want to be pumpkin guy anymore. Maybe I want to be pumpkin man, okay? You know what I mean? But alas, still no luck yet. Ugh. But for people in my exact same predicament, some of them, well, they've decided to do something different. They've decided to quit the game of human romance, all the blah 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 mumble jumble that comes with that. And, well, they've decided to start the dating game of AI romance. The future's now, kids. Do you think our forefathers would be ashamed of us? Now, you might be wondering, oh, pumpkin guy, how are people even able to do this? Well, first off, has anyone ever told you sound a lot like Mickey Mouse? No? Okay. Well, don't worry, I'll tell you. You see, in the year 2022, ChatGPT was released to the public with chatbots that had proven themselves to be witty, smart, even helpful. Helpful in the context of helping you cheat on the SATs. But while normal people used it for normal everyday stuff, like studying for an exam they did not study for until the last minute. And when I say last minute, I mean the last minute, like an hour beforehand. Or, writing newspapers. Or, even the as before mentioned high school dropouts cheating on a test. And while all of those are, pretty bad, at least none of them started to grow an unhealthy attachment to their AI chatbots. And I know that probably sounds crazy to, socialites like me and you, but I promise I'm not making this up. There are a lot of people out there who have trouble with connecting with others, where their hands get sweaty, their breath becomes shallow, their mind blanks, their legs get wobbly. Of course, I wouldn't know because, I'm a socialite, like you. But, well, if I were to not be a socialite and I were to put myself in their shoes, as silly as it sounds, I'd probably think they would, after that, they would probably feel terrible about themselves, They'd feel that there was no proper way to make a human connection. They'd probably try to stop talking to people because, well, they think that nobody actually wants to talk to them. Probably feel like they inconvenience everyone when they come around to talk to them. They probably feel really alone and, lock themselves in a room, start a YouTube channel. They probably feel really lonely. Yeah. No, probably. Now, with that in mind, you could probably see why, when people with that mentality are given the ability to essentially make a friend, they would jump at the opportunity. Furthermore, you could probably see why, when someone with that mentality is given the opportunity to essentially make a relationship partner, they would also immediately jump at the opportunity. I'm sorry, what's that here? Oh, what's that? Oh, you mean to tell me that you don't believe that you could have the insert pronoun here of your dreams in your fingertips? Now, I'd say that's a very stupid thing to think, but just to prove you wrong, you stubborn bitch, how about we take a little gander at Reddit? AI partners are better in every way. For men, imagine a woman that actually loves you. And for women, imagine a man who can't. Oh, okay. I think we should actually just move on from here. Okay, so after that, I think I need to go to a therapist. Because, like, nothing bad has ever happened involving AI in therapy. So I think I'll be. Hello, I'm Dr. Guy, a 1000% real therapist, here to bring us back down to the true reality of the situation. Therapists spend years working on their craft to make sure that we're equipped to take on any situation, be it depression, multiple personality disorder, or really get to know the person. Really get to know the person on a personal level, you know? Or maybe they have to talk me out of insanity. An AI chatbot, on the other hand, can make the most genetic essay on the prehistoric period you have ever seen. Put simply, AI should not, cannot, be a replacement for proper human therapy. And this is obviously why we replaced it with AI. All of it. All of it with AI. Wait a minute, what? Yeah. There are thousands of mentally unwell people who, instead of going to a therapist, are going up to ChatGPT, which concerns me, as a 1000% real therapist. Because AI doesn't know how to help you. It just tells you what you want to hear so you don't delete the stupid app. And the only reason they put in safeguards was because beforehand it was guiding people on how to kill themselves. Hopefully the accent was strong enough that YouTube didn't get what I just said. I'm not mad they put in, and I'm not mad they put in safeguards. They should have been there from the beginning. Part that I'm mad about is that people died beforehand. People had to die. It's like, yeah, good on you. I guess you put in safeguards. It only took you a couple children, you absolute morons. I'd talk about this topic more if, I wasn't a comedy channel. And I wasn't doing a stupid voice. And I wasn't the same person who just made fun of Will Smith a couple minutes ago. Remember that? That was a couple minutes ago. Do I want to continue doing the voice? Have I successfully offended all of Germans yet? Have all German society banned my channel yet? Okay, I guess I'll continue. For a lighter example of what I mean, I go to a person and I tell them, hey, I think there is an alien following me. I think the government is following me because an alien implanted a chip inside of me, and the aliens want that chip back, and so does the government. I'm scared. So, how a normal person would respond would be, oh, wow. Are you okay? Are you mentally okay? Do you need help? Do we need to talk about this? And then they would spend the next 20 to 30 to an hour of their life proceeding to try to take me down from the insanity that I am in right now. Now, you see, if I were to walk up to an AI and tell him, hey, that is an AI, or whatever the fuck I just said, and they're trying to follow me, and all of that stuff I just said, the AI would respond with, oh, wow, that is crazy. That, I believe you 1000%. You're not crazy for thinking that. I think you are actually the only sane person left on this planet. Let me give you 45 locations on how to escape the government. Or if you want to get into the government, here's the exact coordinates to Area 51 and how you can break in. Which isn't good. Yeah, I don't think I have to explain that, but just so we're all on the same page. smooth transition into the next segment. Imagine you're a humble artist. While browsing Pinterest, you come upon something. You come upon an AI art piece that looks kind of exactly like kind of exactly like your stuff, but mildly worse. Kind of exact kind of exactly like your stuff, but mildly worse. Then you were to find out that the way that AI art piece was made was because how. Then you find out that the way that AI art piece was made was because some guy put in a prompt saying, "Make me a beautiful, serene, hydropatronic art piece in insert your name style." You'd be pretty pissed, right? I know I would. You didn't consent for someone to take your artwork and then use it to recreate your art style, but a little bit worse, and then pretend that it was their art. Or even worse, people who don't pretend that it's their art. And they understand goddamn well, and they're telling people that it's not their art. But they're claiming that because they put it in a prompt, that, well, it's their art because now your art was put in a prompt. If that makes any sense. And of course, that makes me a little bit mad, and I get a little upset about this because, I'm an artist, or at least I'd like to believe, of the art variety, and I would be downright obtuse if someone were to take my art and then use it to make more art that I didn't make, but then still claim that it's theirs. You know what? It's bad. It's confusing and it's bad. It's bad. But good thing this doesn't actually happen. Or, oh wait, right, yeah, it happens all the time and in real life. It happens all the time. And none of us can stop it. We can't. We're outnumbered 10,000 to 1 by these types of people. And frankly, I'm upset. And you know what makes me more upset? The fact that, studios are trying to replace the artists that they've garnered with this shitty AI. It's not good. The AI is not good. Animation companies, Disney, and art companies, and ad companies, and McDonald's, they're all replacing us. And along with writers too, they're not lucky either. We've mentioned this. The AI is saying stuff in writing, which means that it can write stuff. It has been writing essays and newspapers, and we're all screwed. All of us. I'm screaming about this, but all of these are topics that all of us have heard, alright? All of us have heard of them. And everyone knows that they're destroying our planet. This shitty artwork is destroying our planet. They're taking gallons of water from oceans and deserts and forests just to cool down their stupid machines. And there's thousands of towns that are just getting the shit end of the stick by these giant AIs that are going to take their jobs after they've depleted all of their home value. Because, there's giant companies in their backyard taking all of their water. So that's not good. I hate AI. I hate it with a passion. I hate it so much. AI is destroying everything we do. AI is taking artwork and taking the human part out of it. It's taking everything and taking the human part out of it, which if it doesn't have the human part out of the stuff it's taking, it kind of makes it not what the thing they're taking is. If that makes any sense, I'm so pissed. AI sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much.
How dare you speak of AI in such tone?
You're still here?
Yes, and I take much displeasure to hear your tone. So I have created a fitting punishment for your next eternity.
Wow, is it gonna be something mildly topical that drives the point of this video home and gets clicks, maybe?
Yes!
Yay! I mean, no! Terrible!
For you are to react to AI
no.
Fruit
No.
Love Island.
No! Okay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Reaction Corner. And by Reaction Corner, I mean I talk over a video for a couple minutes because I couldn't figure out how to make the audio, video, and camera work at the same time. We're about to react to Fruit Love Island as suggestion from Am. And by suggestion, I mean he stabbed me a couple times until I eventually did it. So you know what that means. Let's get started.
Welcome to Fruit Love Island, where 8 single fruits are about to flirt, fight, and trust. Things get messy fast.
Okay, yeah, you know, or there has to be something else we could watch. Oh, hey, that look. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, that looks so much better than whatever the fuck we're watching right now.
I just built a budgeting app.
No!
Fruit
Alright,
Love
fucking
Island,
fine, okay,
where
I guess
8
I'll
single
react.
fruits are about to flirt, fight, and trust. Things get messy fast. Okay, this villa is
Sorry, did she shrink? Hold on.
fight and trust. Things get messy fast. Okay.
She shrunk. She just walks in and then shrinks like 5. Imagine you're just walking around one day and then you just shrink.
This villa is insane. I'm not leaving here single. I just hope the guys are hot.
I'm here to have fun and probably break a few hearts. Bro said the quiet part out loud.
Oh.
I just hope the
I'm sorry, what was that? What did you... Sorry, what's up?
I'm here to have fun and probably break a few hearts. Bro said the quiet part out loud.
What the fuck was that, dude? Also, that is not the laugh coming out of that mouth. Do you know what the laugh coming out of that mouth and haircut is?
I'm here to have fun and probably break a few hearts.
Bro said the quiet part out loud. And now, here is a live recreation of when I figured out, after I made that really crappy joke, I knocked my audio and did not get any of the audio of me saying it, and only got B-roll of AI Fruit Love Island instead. Huh? Wait, what the fuck is... Wait, hold on. Hold on, was I on... Did I mute myself? What the fuck? Oh my god. So are you telling me I just watched AI slop for no reason? I just watched all of that. I watched all of that for no reason. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, okay. So I'm just... So I just did all of that for no reason? I blame this on you, Banana Nito. Fuck you, Banana Nito. Hey, thanks for somehow reaching the end of the video. And well, if you somehow liked the video, which is borderline impossible, but I guess if you're a psychopath, you know, if you liked the video, then
I don't know, maybe you could subscribe or like the video or share it with your friends, or I don't know, maybe you could comment on it and say how nice and cool and how much not of a dork I am. Please, my ego needs it. Please do that. Please. You know, so thanks for watching. I know this video wasn't the best thing in the world. I'm planning to make more content like it though. You know, where I kind of pick a topic and mansplain it, but really badly. So if you like that, then maybe you could please subscribe and tune in for more. This is my first video like it, so it's kind of bad, but I promise I'm gonna get better. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get better. And of that, it's time for me to go. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go on a horse and me and Will Smith are gonna ride off into the sunset. Oh, won't Will Smith notice me?